Hi, Glenn. This is Manjusha from Gulf News. Thank you so much for speaking to a Dubai-based newspaper. Firstly, I love The Running Man. I almost felt it's like a Bollywood movie because you love family more than anything
Yeah.
else. And yes, so you did very well. I think it's high on emotions, although it's an actioner. Do you think that's what appealed to you as well?
Yeah, I mean, anybody that knows me knows that, I love my family. And I think you're exactly right. I think the heartbeat of this movie, obviously it's like a visceral, intense cinematic, action ride, I mean, when you leave, I mean, there's people just sweating. They're like, "Oh my God, that was wild." But I think the thing that I'm really, really proud of is that you're exactly right. No matter who you are around the world, we can all identify with how far you'd be willing to go for your family. And I think it's a really beautiful thing. It's a guy that literally signs up for a game show where there's a 0% survival rate, where everyone who's ever done the show has died. And he's signing it up to provide for his family. I think it's a universal thing that we all think about, how far you'd be willing to do, what you would be willing to do for your family and how far you'd be willing to go. And I think it's a beautiful story in that way. And I think you're right. I think it does feel a little Bollywood in that way. Yeah.
My heart was in my throat because most of the time I was like, my God, the action really seems real. You're jumping off bridges, off cliffs. What's happening there? Like, how much did you have to prep, Glenn? Be honest, did it hurt really a lot? It
Yeah.
didn't, it looked effortless, but tell the truth.
Yeah, yeah. No, the truth is action movies are very painful to shoot, but they're really fun. I mean, I think that's the difference is I was told this ahead of time, you got to remember that the physics of doing these things yourself doesn't change just because an explosion's coming or a punch is coming or a kick's coming, doesn't change the fact that it really hurts when it lands. If someone's stepping on your throat, you got to remember they're still stepping on your throat, even though you know their name and your friends at the crafty truck afterwards. But I think one of the things that makes this movie really, really different is Edgar Wright and I both believe in not taking any shortcuts in terms of the action. We didn't want this thing to be loaded with a ton of visual effects or it to be done in post production. You wanted it to be caught in camera with the real actor, the real hero that you're following throughout the story. And I think that's what makes this movie different is like the special effects marrying the actors that you're rooting for and real practical explosions and special effects and gunfire. There's nothing like it, and when we all go to the theater and you're all you sit in that theater and you invest, it just changes the way you leave. It just there's a different energy there, and you can feel it. So I'm just really proud that we didn't take any shortcuts. It was painful. It was a little brutal, but I had a blast, and audiences are definitely gonna have fun. Wait,
Movie is so
oh, there you go.
important in a weird way
Yes.
because it's dystopian because we live in a world of AI. You never know. This could be
Oh,
a reality, right?
I mean, the crazy part is Stephen King, obviously one of the greatest writers, wrote this book in the mid 70s, came out in 82. It's set in 2025. And you're exactly right. All the things that Stephen King, wrote in this book, it's prophetic. It's crazy what the future that he saw. It's happening and it's all happening right now. I think what I love about Ben Richards as a hero, I think we all feel that idea. We all feel that the world can be a bit of a rigged system, and it's a world that can sometimes feel like it's against us. And I think we all identify with a hero who's willing to stand up to the big bully, the forces that feel insurmountable, the ones that are going to take our jobs away from us, our families away from us, and take away our humanity. And I think the best part about Ben Richards is he's so full of humanity. It reminds me of some of my favorite movies growing up. It's movies like Braveheart and Gladiator, the guy who's standing up against, the system that's designed to put you down. And I just find that that's a great universal tale. And I think you're exactly right. Following a hero who's brave enough to, stand up against those odds is a thing we can all identify with. And I think a type of hero that we all wish we were.
Excellent. Thank you for entertaining us. You did so well. Thank you.